I kind of like this. Cool setup. Yeah, awesome. All right, guys. So, as always, we do a drop, we do a video. The drop for January is out, the first drop of 2026. It is the hoodie that I'm wearing now, and a bunch of t-shirts and hats, and the DOE line is out. The Doe line, I like to call it. But today's video, we are going to be doing a little bit of a different pivot, and I'm going to explain why in just a second. But I do just want to take a second, as always, to thank you guys, one, for watching, and two, for supporting in every way that you guys do. Thank you guys so much. But let's get on to the video. Man, I am so tired. I am so tired. So, guys, as you can see, this is a different setup. We are in a different part of the house. We did spend the last week and a half trying to set up, plan, prep, and everything like that. We are going to be doing different camera angles around the room, and then I'm going to do a video on the room itself. But for right now, we are here. We do have the rack and everything behind me. It's kind of like a display. I did want to do this video, one, to kick off the year, and two, like I said, to do like a little pivot away from just going to the range and just the same shooting content and stuff like that. So we are going to be going over what I carry on a daily basis. Like I said, it is January, and a lot of stuff has been going on to kind of make me raise my eyebrow and everybody around me raise their eyebrow. And I get a lot of questions in person and on social media on what I carry and why. So I figured I would make a video on it. But before we get into the bag, we have two things that we have to do an honorable mention for, and kind of a hint and a sneak peek at the next video that I'm going to be doing. So this kind of ties into what I carry on a daily basis, and the first one is going to be a SIG P938 Legion, and for all intents and purposes, we are in the new game room, so all ammo is out of the room, and all the mags that we have in here are empty, and they are just for content purposes. But what I carry is a SIG 938 Legion. If you guys don't know, I do work for a living outside of making content for 30 people that watch my videos. So this is what I carry. It is small, very concealable, and good enough for me. What I carry it in is a sticky holster, whether it's in my pocket or in my waistband. This just works for me. You guys are going to hear me talk a lot about it working for me a lot, because that is going to be the segue into the next video that we make. But SIG P938 Legion works for me. I love it, and it's not as cumbersome when I'm working 8 hours a day. Next up, we got a Daniel Defense upper. This is an 11.5 on a Saber lower. This does have the RIS2 rail on it, so this is not a true Mark 18. We call it the Mark 18 here. So right now, we do have a Surefire light, an Engel on it, a Unity riser on a Romeo 5. I believe this is a Gen 2 red dot. Does have your pistol brace, and we do have a Edgar Sherman sling and a stubby CAC grip. Also, this does have a Geisley charging handle in it, and I really like it. We're going to do another video breaking this down fully and why I have it set up the way it is. But right now, this is how I have it set up. I like it for me, and I don't think I'm going to change anything on it. Now that we got the honorable mentions out of the way, we are going to be going over the kit that I have in the trunk of my car. Conveniently, I brought it in because I was working on it last night, which again led me to do this video. So right here, we do have a Vote2Go micro chest rig. Yes, I know it's not a plate carrier. I just wanted something to set up quick and easy, and to throw it in my car, and also to have something that will fit in a backpack if I need to have it in a backpack. So this is that. We do have our three 30-round magazines in the front. Pistol pouches would be here, but I just haven't put them in yet because, like I said, I'm still working on it. And right here, we do have our medical pouch. I'm going to go deeper into that in just a second. And we have a tourniquet hanging right here. So, a lot of people know, a lot of people don't. I used to be a firefighter EMT down here in South Carolina, and working there kind of opened my eyes up a lot on what can happen at the blink of an eye and where I would be when stuff happened. Whether I was on the job, which is inevitable, or I was coming home from the job and I saw something happen and I wanted to stop, render aid, or just see if anybody else needed help with anything. So, in my pouch, mind you, this also comes with me to the range too. So, a lot of this stuff is going to be the rule of two. We have another tourniquet right here, and in the tourniquet is a pamphlet on how to use a tourniquet. Just in case I have to hand this off to somebody and they don't know what to do, you have your instructions right here. In the main pouch, because a lot of this stuff is going to be trauma related, we do have our cling wrap right here. And if you notice a lot, if you see it in this video or in pictures and stuff, I will have gloves put in like the hole on the inside, just because that's an extra storage space for gloves in case I have to hand this to somebody and they need gloves. More wrap right here. We do have a trauma dressing right here. ABD pad. And again, like I did state, I was a firefighter. One thing I did learn while I was working as a firefighter, yes, I will have things on me for me, but if it is on me and somebody has to get to it, it might be hard for them to get to it. Or if somebody else needs it, I learned it is best to have it to where you could take it off of your person and hand it to them, secure it with like a carabiner rope or anything like that. So I kind of incorporated that into here, which is why the bulk of the trauma dressings, the gauze, and the wraps are in a Ziploc bag. Because one, if I have to pull it out, I have everything neatly here. Or if I have to hand this off to somebody, I can give it to them because the trauma pouch is velcroed on and it doesn't have that zipper like some of them do. So I figured I would put it in here just in case I would have to hand it to somebody. And also on the chest rig, honorable mention to Black Arrow Research Group. Their patch is right there. If you guys aren't following them, give them a follow. I'll leave their link down below. But this is the chest rig that I do have in my car right now. So, like I said, with everything going on, a lot of eyebrows were raised and a lot of questions were asked to me and stuff like that. The number one question that was asked to me was that my wife asked me, I'm sorry, was if I'm going to make a go bag. And I've had many different go bags in the past and stuff like that, but it was a medical kit here, a bag here, and another medical kit here. When the wife and I leave the house to go out and we're not working, we're normally together. So I wanted to get something that was functional, something that I can literally use every day, whether it be crap hit the fan, going to the gym, going to work, or if we just went out shopping. Ugh. I don't know if you guys can't see the full bag. I'll lift it up. This bag is a Yukon Outfitters bag. I believe these retail for $80. I went with this look because I hear a lot of people say, oh, you got to get a bag that blends in, that isn't too obvious and stuff like that. Everybody has a bag like this. And whether it's a gym bag or, like I said, like a going out bag, everybody has a bag like this. And you can find these bags almost anywhere in the area. So I felt like this would be a better bag to use if I wanted to blend in just in case something happened. So we're going to go through the pockets on the outside, and then we're going to do the pockets on the inside and on the sides. And I'm going to explain everything as I go. So this pocket doesn't have anything in it yet. I did a thing that alleviated a lot of space. So there's nothing in that pocket yet. But right here, like I said, I do work every day. I do have my badge for work, and I'm just not going to show that. We got a knife right here, and we have a optic multi-tool. So this optic is for the Sig Romeos, which is what I run on all my systems. So Sig Romeo dialer multi-tool, a knife. We have two flashlights, and this flashlight is an Olight with a laser, And this one is just a regular flashlight from Harbor Freight. I know a lot of people are going to knock Olight and say they explode and this, that, and third, and they're not reliable. I had this while I was on the job as a firefighter, and it made it through. When I had it, it made it through 2 house fires, and it still worked with being beat up and in a high stress environment and a high heat environment, so it did not blow up. So this is sort of like battle tested, so this does go with me everywhere. And then I have other quick work stuff in there as well, because like I said, this is an everyday bag. In the back, you do have a laptop compartment in case you want to put a laptop in it, or you can put a plate in it, which is I thought was pretty cool. On the side, you just have a tourniquet. You'd be surprised how many times you see a tourniquet on a backpack. Warcon patch. If you guys didn't get them, I'm sorry. We're doing another patch run in a little bit. Excuse me. And right here, we just have another pouch mollied on, just in case I want to put my phone or anything like that, because again, this is going to be an everyday bag, and extra pouches help out a lot. So we open it up, and as you guys can't see, it fully folds out, which I do like, just in case I needed to get to it. In the pouch on the bottom, quickly accessible, this is my medical kit. Originally it was in the backpack, like in the front pouch, and I had everything spread out, but I kind of wanted to make it like how I had the chest rig, to where I could take this out and give it to somebody, or if somebody was looking for something to help me, they weren't rifling through one pocket, they could just take this out and render aid or do whatever. So we're going to open up the pouch. I'm going to hold up stuff and go through it and explain everything, right? So in this pouch, we have more gauze, gloves, wrap. We do have a marker for the tourniquet, and if we need to do anything else, like if a leg is swollen, you circle where it's swollen to see if the swelling is getting bigger and stuff like that. Now, guys, mind you, this is not an instructional video. This is just me explaining how my brain works and why I have everything set up. In this pouch, we have a SAM splint and trauma shears. That's the front pouch, and the front pouch, like you guys saw, will open up like that. And in this pouch, we just have more wrap. We have emesis bags, just in case somebody's got to throw up and they got the pukies. We have an emergency bandage, which is another trauma pad. And again, this is ever evolving, so we're going to get more stuff, put it in here. I'm not going to run eye gels and stuff like that. It's just going to be basic trauma, something simple that everybody can use and that is easier to explain to somebody in a high stress environment. So that's this bag, and it goes into a pocket in this backpack. So I keep saying, with everything going on and everything like that, I don't need to say it. This page is not political at all. Everybody has YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and everything like that, and everybody has their own opinion. But I am trying to set myself up in a scenario. If I'm in the car and I have to make it home, what is easily accessible, and what can I grab to make it back home if I can't use my car, and stuff like that. That's just one example. So this is where my brain's going, and I figured I would make a video out of it, just in case there was somebody else out there, even one person, or 10, or all 31 of you guys that watch this, that were like, hey, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that too. Mind you, all the medical trauma stuff that I do have, you can find on Amazon. A lot of it was bought at the show down here in Myrtle Beach at the convention center. So there's just a lot of leftover stuff that I had scattered around for, first aid at home, and I figured I would build a kit. But with that being said, the next thing that I have in the main part, and you guys are going to laugh, some of you are going to think it's ridiculous, and some of you are going to think it's smart. That's the beauty of this. I don't care what anybody thinks besides myself. But we have an MRE tucked in the backpack. Now, like I said, if I'm out and about and I'm alone, and I got to make it home, and everything is shut down, I got something to eat. Now, there is a Wooby blanket and a Wooby jacket laying around here somewhere in the house that I have to get, and I'm gonna like tuck it into the side and stuff like that. But an MRE. Or also, if I forget my wallet when I'm at work, I got something to eat. Now, another cool feature about this backpack is it has really cool side compartments. So I'm gonna try to show you guys to the best of my ability. The side compartment opens up like that, and it kind of fillets out. So now, I keep saying this bag is going to come with me everywhere I go. The Daniel comes with me almost everywhere I go, or I have something else with the same platform in the same system. But the chest rig stays in my car most of the time. So with that being said, if we have to poop and get, and I only have that, in one of the side compartments we have two 20-round magazines, just in case. Now, the reason for the 20-round magazines, one, they're light. Two, they're what I had and they're what works for me. And three, they are plastic and they're not so big to the point where they rattle in my backpack. Like the metal mags will rattle and stuff like that. On this side, obviously, we have the tourniquet. And then you open up this side. And we got pouches, deodorant, and acetaminophen, 500 milligrams. I know I just talked a lot about rattling, but this sits so deep into the backpack with the padding and everything like that, you don't hear that rattle. And again, this is like my work compartment. So yeah, that is the backpack. The backpack just fell. But guys, like I always say, kit, systems, and go bags are ever so evolving. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, or have any suggestions, like I'm kind of giving a suggestion or showing what I have, oh my god, feel free to leave it down in the comments. I can't really talk today, that's why I'm talking slow. But yeah, that's what I got, that's what I carry, that's what works for me. In the next video, we're going to be going over the kits and the systems that work for us and why we did it and why we buy what we buy to afford the other things that we have. This has like no wobble to it too for being like a PSA lower. And yes, it's a PSA lower on a Daniel, and I don't care. I like it a lot. And also, I've been glazing the Daniel like for the past like 2 weeks now. So, but yeah, with everything going on, I figured I would make a video on it. I wish I had more people to do it with, but as you guys know, majority of the time it is only me, and everybody else that is part of Warrior Concepts are working human beings as well. But guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Go follow us on the Instagram. Hit me up on the Instagram. I answer a lot of stuff quicker over there. And also, don't forget to head over to the Warrior Concepts website, the new website where the drop is live and it is running until February. And then hopefully in February, thanks to you guys, we will be doing our first giveaway. Oh yeah, peace, bye, see you in the next video or on the range, all that good stuff. I'm gonna go eat because I'm fat and enjoy the rest of my day off. I love you. Peace.